Kai had always dreamed of exploring worlds beyond Earth. He loved the stars, the endless skies, and the mystery of distant planets. His chance came when the United Earth Exploration Agency selected him for a solo mission to a planet far from human colonies. The planet, called Lysera, was known in old maps as a shimmering green and blue world. Satellites had detected structures that looked like cities, but no human had ever set foot there. The moment Kai's small shuttle entered Lysera's atmosphere, he felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. The sky was different from Earth's. It glowed in shades of violet and gold, and two suns hung in the horizon. Clouds moved like liquid, forming shapes that seemed alive. Below him stretched vast forests that shone faintly with bioluminescent plants. Crystal towers rose from the landscape, catching the sunlight and scattering it in dazzling colors. It was unlike anything Kai had ever seen. Kai carefully landed near a river that reflected the twin suns like molten silver. He stepped out of his shuttle and felt the soft grass under his boots. The air smelled sweet, with hints of flowers he could not identify. Everything seemed peaceful, almost magical. As he began walking toward the distant city, he noticed that the trees seemed to hum faintly, vibrating gently as if the forest itself was alive. Kai could not help but smile. This was a world full of life and secrets, waiting for him to discover. As he moved closer to the city, Kai realized the buildings were made of crystal, but unlike fragile glass, they were solid and strong. Bridges connected the towers in arches that glowed faintly. He could see small beings moving along the streets, their shapes strange but elegant. Their skin shimmered faintly like the surface of the river, and their movements were graceful, almost floating. Kai felt both wonder and caution. He had no idea how they would react to a human. Drawn by curiosity, Kai stepped into a larger crystal structure that looked like a palace. A soft voice echoed through the halls. "Who goes there?" Kai froze. He had not expected anyone to speak. He answered carefully, "I am Kai, a traveler from another world. I mean no harm." A figure appeared at the far end of the hall. She was unlike any being Kai had ever seen. Her skin glowed softly like moonlight. Her hair flowed in colors that shifted between silver and violet. She moved with elegance, her robes shimmering as if they were made of liquid light. Kai's breath caught in his throat. He had expected to see an alien, but not like this. She was more beautiful than anything he could have imagined. Kai's voice trembled as he said, "You're so beautiful I can't speak." The words slipped out before he could stop them. The figure froze, her large, luminous eyes widening in surprise. She tilted her head, studying him carefully. "You can speak," she said softly, her voice melodic and calm, "but you choose to say this." Kai nodded, unable to find another way to explain himself. He had no idea why the words had come so easily, but they were true. She was unlike anything he had ever seen, and he felt a strange mixture of fear and admiration. The alien princess took a step closer. "I am Princess Myra," she said. Her eyes seemed to look straight into Kai's mind. "You are human. Why are you here in my palace without permission?" Kai swallowed nervously. "I came to explore. I did not know this place was restricted. I only wanted to see your world, to understand it." He gestured toward the glowing towers outside. "It is incredible. I have never seen anything like it." Myra regarded him silently for a long moment. Then she spoke again, her voice calm but firm. "Humans are rare here. Most have never even reached Lysera. You must understand that this is dangerous. My world is protected for a reason." Kai nodded, trying to show respect. I understand. I promise I mean no harm. I only wish to learn and observe. For a moment, Myra's expression softened. She studied him carefully. Very well. You may stay, but only under supervision. If you break our laws or endanger anyone, you will be removed from my planet immediately. Kai felt a wave of relief. Thank you, Princess Myra. I will respect your rules. As Myra turned to leave, Kai noticed how she moved. There was strength in her elegance, intelligence in her gaze, and a quiet power in the way she held herself. He realized that she was not just a figure of beauty, she was a leader, a protector of her people. He felt a deep respect for her, and his admiration grew stronger. That evening, Kai was shown to a guest chamber within the palace. The walls shimmered with soft light, reflecting patterns that seemed to move like living creatures. From the window, he could see the twin suns setting, painting the sky in brilliant shades of orange and violet. The city below him glowed faintly as the first night creatures came out, moving gracefully among the towers. Kai could not sleep. He kept thinking about Princess Myra, her eyes, her calm voice, and the way she had stopped in shock when he spoke. He wondered what she thought of him. Did she see him as a foolish human, or did she understand his admiration? As he lay on his bed, Kai looked out at the city and whispered to himself, "This is only the beginning. I will learn about this world, and maybe she will see that I am not just a visitor, but someone who can help." The stars above Lycerad twinkled, and the twin moons rose slowly in the violet sky. Kai felt a mixture of excitement and uncertainty. He knew that adventure awaited him, but he also understood that this world had rules he did not yet know. One thing was certain: meeting Princess Myra had changed everything. She was not only the guardian of this planet, but the key to understanding it, and Kai knew that his journey had just begun. Kai's heart raced as he realized that this was more than an exploration mission. It was a story that would test his courage, his mind, and his heart. And at the center of it all was Princess Myra, the alien ruler who had stopped in shock when he told her she was beautiful. The next morning, Kai woke early. Sunlight from the twin suns filled the guest chamber with warm, golden light. He could hear faint music drifting through the palace halls. Curious, he decided to explore more of the palace before meeting Princess Myra. He stepped quietly into the hallway, careful not to disturb anyone. The walls shimmered with soft colors, and strange symbols glowed faintly, like messages written in light. As Kai walked, he saw servants moving gracefully, carrying trays of food and water. They glanced at him but did not speak, as if they were used to visitors from faraway worlds. He admired the discipline and calm of everyone around him. Lycera's people were different from humans in many ways, but they carried a quiet dignity that impressed him deeply. Kai's exploration brought him to a large hall filled with tall pillars made of crystal. Sunlight streamed through the ceiling, casting patterns on the floor that danced like fire. At the center of the hall stood Princess Myra, observing a map that floated in the air before her. She traced lines with her hand, and the map responded, glowing along the paths she touched. Kai froze for a moment, fascinated by the technology. Myra noticed him immediately. "Kai, you are awake early," she said, her voice calm but carrying authority. "Do not wander without permission again. This hall is important to my people." Kai bowed slightly. "Yes, Princess Myra. I am sorry. I could not sleep and wanted to see more of your palace." Myra studied him carefully. "You are brave for a human. Most of your kind would be afraid to enter the halls of the royal palace." Kai smiled nervously. I do not want to frighten anyone. I only wish to understand your world. Myra's expression softened slightly. Understanding requires patience and respect. You must learn the ways of Lysera before you can truly see it. Come with me. I will show you what you need to know. She led him through a series of corridors, each more beautiful than the last. The walls were alive with glowing plants and patterns that shifted like liquid. They passed large chambers filled with beings studying energy, music, and light. Kai was amazed by the combination of technology and art. It was clear that Lysera's people valued intelligence, creativity, and beauty equally. Finally, they reached a small garden inside the palace. Crystals grew like flowers from the ground, shining in colors Kai had never seen before. Streams of water ran through the garden, reflecting the light in sparkling patterns. Myra gestured to a seat near the largest crystal. "Sit," she said. "You must learn that our planet is more than just its buildings. Every part of Lysera has a purpose. Every being has a role." Kai sat down, trying to absorb everything. "It is beautiful," he said. "I have never seen anything like this. Your people are amazing." Myra nodded. "We live in harmony with our environment. Every decision we make considers the balance of life and energy. Humans often rush into things without thinking of the consequences. You must learn patience if you wish to survive here." Kai listened carefully. He realized that this was more than a lesson about Lysera, it was a lesson about life itself. "I want to learn," he said sincerely. "I want to understand and help, if I can." Myra looked at him for a long moment. "Your heart is brave, human, but courage alone is not enough. Knowledge and strategy are as important as bravery. I will allow you to observe and learn, but you must respect our rules." Kai agreed immediately. "I promise, Princess Myra. I will follow your rules and respect your people." Over the next few days, Kai began his lessons with Myra. She showed him how the city's energy came from a network of crystals that connected every building. He learned how her people communicated over long distances using light signals and how their ships moved silently through the skies. In return, Kai shared simple human strategies for exploration and problem solving. Myra was fascinated by his ideas, and she began to see that humans could offer new ways of thinking. One evening, while walking through the palace gardens, Kai noticed Myra staring at the stars. "What are you thinking about?" he asked gently. Myra did not look at him immediately. "I think about my people," she said. "I wonder if we are strong enough to face the threats that may come. I worry that outsiders may not understand us and may try to harm what we have built." Kai felt a deep sense of respect for her. She carried the weight of an entire world on her shoulders, yet she remained calm and thoughtful. "Your people are lucky to have you," he said. "You are wise and brave. I want to help you protect them." Myra finally looked at him, her luminous eyes studying his face. "It is rare for a human to speak like this," she said softly. "Most would only think of themselves. Perhaps, you are different." Kai smiled, feeling a mix of pride and nervousness. "I hope so. I want to learn, and I want to earn your trust." The days passed, and Kai continued to explore the palace and its surroundings under Myra's supervision. He saw the daily lives of Lysera's people and learned about their culture, their art, and their science. Everywhere he went, he felt awe and admiration. He also began to notice the subtle ways Myra led her people, not with fear but with respect and understanding. One afternoon, a sudden alarm echoed through the palace. Myra and Kai rushed to the observation deck. Outside, they saw a small group of unknown ships approaching the city. Myra's face grew serious. "These are scouts from the neighboring empire," she said. "They have come to test our defenses." Kai's heart raced. "Can we stop them?" he asked. Myra's eyes met his. "We must. I need you to understand how we defend our city. Observe carefully. Learn from everything you see." Kai nodded. He watched as Myra calmly directed the city's defenses. Energy shields rose from the towers, and small ships took to the sky. Her people moved with precision, each knowing exactly what to do. Kai realized that this world was not only beautiful but also strong, capable of defending itself against threats. As the enemy scouts were driven away, Myra turned to Kai. "You have seen how we protect our world. Remember this, human. Strength is not just in weapons or power. It is in knowledge, in unity, and in understanding one's people." Kai felt a deep sense of respect. He understood that Myra was not only beautiful and wise but also a true leader. He wanted to do more than admire her. He wanted to help her, to stand by her side if danger came again. That night, Kai looked out at the glowing city from his window. The twin moons reflected in the crystal towers, and the air seemed alive with energy. He knew that his journey on Lysera had only just begun. Princess Myra had shown him the wonders of her world, but he also knew that challenges lay ahead. He felt ready, not just as an explorer, but as someone who could make a difference. Kai whispered to himself, "I will learn, I will help, and I will earn her trust." He did not yet know what the future would bring, but he felt certain that this alien world and its remarkable princess had changed him forever. The following days on Lysera were filled with learning and discovery for Kai. Princess Myra allowed him to explore more of the city, but always under careful supervision. She wanted him to understand the strengths of her people, the balance of their world, and the intelligence that had built such a remarkable society. Kai was amazed at how every part of the city had a purpose, from the glowing gardens to the crystal towers that channeled energy. One morning, Myra led Kai to a training hall unlike any gym he had seen on Earth. The floor shimmered with patterns of light, and walls displayed holograms of tactics, movements, and energy flows. "Here, we train our minds and bodies together," Myra explained. "A leader must be strong in thought and action. You will learn how we think before we act." Kai stepped cautiously onto the floor. He watched as Myra demonstrated a series of exercises that combined agility, strategy, and energy control. She moved with precision, her every motion purposeful. It was not just physical strength she displayed, but mental clarity and focus. Kai tried to copy her movements, stumbling at first, but Myra's guidance was patient and clear. "You must think ahead, anticipate challenges, and control your emotions," she instructed. "A leader cannot act without understanding the consequences." Kai nodded, concentrating on her instructions. He began to notice patterns, not just in the movements, but in the way Myra observed the room. She predicted where energy flows would shift and adjusted with ease. It reminded him of human strategy games he had studied, but on a far more complex scale. During breaks, Myra spoke of her responsibilities. "I am not only a princess," she said quietly. "I am a protector of this world. Every decision I make affects thousands of lives. Humans often act quickly without considering the long-term impact. You must understand balance to survive here." Kai listened carefully. "I want to learn from you, Princess Myra. Not just your world, but your wisdom. I want to be someone who can help." Myra studied him with her bright eyes. "Your heart is brave, Kai. But courage must be guided by knowledge. You will learn more than strength here, you will learn understanding. One afternoon, while walking through the palace gardens, Kai noticed Myra staring at the twin suns as they reflected off the crystal towers. "Do you ever feel alone?" he asked softly. Myra turned her gaze toward him. "Sometimes," she admitted. "The responsibilities of leadership can be heavy. Many fear to speak honestly to me. Few can understand the weight I carry. You are different, Kai. You speak without fear, without seeking power. That is rare." Kai felt warmth in his chest. "I only want to understand and help. That is why I am here." Myra nodded, a small smile forming on her lips. "Then you are learning more than you know." As days passed, Kai grew more confident in his abilities. He began to understand the energy networks of the city and how her people coordinated defenses. Myra allowed him to participate in simulations, where holographic enemies attacked the city. Together, they devised strategies that combined human ingenuity with Lyceran technology. Kai was amazed at how smoothly their ideas merged, producing solutions neither species could achieve alone. One evening, as they reviewed a simulation, Myra said, "Kai, you have a good mind. You see possibilities that others might miss. This is why I allowed you here. Humans can teach us new ways, just as we can teach humans our ways. Together, we can be stronger." Kai felt pride and a sense of purpose. He realized that he was not just a visitor, he was becoming a partner in understanding and protecting Myra's world. Their bond grew quietly. Kai noticed small details about Myra that others might not see, the way her eyes softened when she spoke to her people, the careful way she considered every choice, and the subtle humor she sometimes showed when no one else was watching. He admired her strength and intelligence, but also her kindness. One night, while walking along the palace terraces, Kai looked at Myra and spoke quietly, "Princess Myra, I admire you. Not just your beauty, but your courage, your wisdom, and your heart." Myra stopped and turned to him, surprised. "Kai, you speak honestly and without fear. That is unusual." Kai nodded. "I want to be honest. You have shown me so much, and I want to support you, in any way I can." Myra studied him for a long moment. Her eyes seemed to glow brighter in the moonlight. "I have seen many humans, Kai, but few like you. You are brave, and you are honest. That is a rare combination. Perhaps, you are not just a visitor. Perhaps you are someone who can truly understand my world." Kai felt a mixture of pride and humility. He had never imagined that a human could earn such trust from an alien princess. "I will do my best," he said sincerely. The following day, a council meeting was called in the palace. Myra invited Kai to observe. He watched as leaders from various regions discussed trade, resources, and security. The discussions were complex, but Kai could see how Myra's calm guidance kept the council focused and united. When disagreements arose, she listened carefully, considered all sides, and proposed solutions that satisfied everyone. Kai realized that leadership on Lycera was not about power or force. It was about wisdom, patience, and the ability to inspire trust. He understood that Myra's beauty and intelligence were only part of her strength. Her greatest power was her ability to guide her people with fairness and clarity. After the council meeting, Myra took Kai to a quiet balcony overlooking the city. The twin moons cast silver light on the crystal towers, and the city shimmered like a living jewel. "Kai," she said softly, "you have learned much, but there is still more to see. The world is full of challenges, and you will face them soon. You must be ready. Kai nodded. I want to be ready. I want to help you and your people. I want to understand Lysera as deeply as I can. Myra's eyes reflected the moon's as she looked at him. Then you are learning the most important lesson. Understanding, courage, and honesty are more powerful than any weapon. If you carry these, you will be of great help. Kai felt a surge of determination. He realized that his journey on Lysera was not just about exploration. It was about becoming someone capable of making a difference, someone who could stand beside Princess Myra and support her in protecting her world. As the night deepened, Kai watched the glowing city and whispered to himself, I will learn, I will grow, and I will be ready for whatever comes next. Princess Myra has shown me the heart of her world, and I will not fail her. The stars above Lysera sparkled with the promise of adventure, and Kai felt certain that his life had changed forever. This was no longer just a mission of exploration. It was a journey of courage, friendship, and discovery that would test him in ways he could not yet imagine. The morning air on Lysera was cool and crisp as Kai and Princess Myra walked along the palace walls. The city below shimmered like a jewel under the twin suns, and the soft hum of energy from the crystal towers filled the air. Myra's expression was calm, but her eyes betrayed a hint of concern. Kai, she said, we have detected unusual activity near the outskirts of the city. Scouts from the neighboring empire may be approaching. I need you to understand how we protect our people. Kai's heart raced. This was the first time he would witness a real threat. What can I do to help? He asked. Myra placed a hand on his shoulder. Observe carefully, then act when I instruct. This is not just about defense. This is about strategy, courage, and unity. They moved quickly to the observation deck. Through the crystal windows, Kai could see small ships approaching in the distance. Their design was unfamiliar, sleek, and dark, with sharp angles that made them look dangerous even from afar. Myra's people were already preparing. Energy shields rose from the towers, casting a protective dome over the city. Small patrol ships took to the sky, moving with precision and purpose. Kai watched as Myra coordinated the defense. She moved from one station to another, issuing commands with calm authority. Her people responded immediately, their trust in her unquestioned. Kai realized that her leadership was not only in her words but in the confidence she inspired in those around her. Observe the enemy ships, Myra said quietly. Notice their patterns. They are testing our defenses, looking for weaknesses. You must anticipate their moves, not just react. Kai focused intently. He noticed that the enemy ships moved in small formations, testing the shields and probing the city's energy network. Princess Myra, he said, if they split into smaller groups, they might bypass the main shields. We could use smaller patrol ships to intercept them individually. Myra's eyes brightened. That is correct. Alert the patrol squads immediately. Kai took a deep breath and relayed the strategy to the nearest officer, explaining the plan with confidence. Within minutes, the small patrol ships adjusted their positions and intercepted the enemy scouts one by one. Kai felt a surge of pride. His human perspective, combined with Myra's leadership, was helping protect her world. As the battle continued, Kai and Myra worked seamlessly together. She provided guidance, he offered creative solutions, and her people responded with skill and discipline. The enemy scouts were quickly driven back, forced to retreat in defeat. Once the city was safe, Myra turned to Kai. You have done well, human. Today, you saw how we defend our people. Courage is important, but so is observation and strategy. You have shown both. Kai smiled, feeling both relief and excitement. Thank you, Princess Myra. I never imagined I could contribute like this. I only wanted to learn, but I feel like I have helped save your city. Myra's eyes softened. You have, Kai. Today, you have proven that humans can be trusted allies. Your courage, honesty, and quick thinking made a difference. After the battle, the city returned to its calm state. The citizens moved about, repairing minor damage and tending to energy networks. Kai was amazed at the efficiency and cooperation he witnessed. Everyone had a role, and every action was precise. Myra's leadership had created not only a strong city but also a community united by respect and trust. Later that day, Myra invited Kai to the palace garden. The twin moons were rising, casting silver light over the shimmering flowers and streams. Kai felt a sense of peace as he looked around, but he also knew that challenges would come again. Kai, Myra said, her voice calm but serious, today was only a small test. The neighboring empire is powerful and ambitious. They will not stop with scouts. One day, they may send larger forces. We must be prepared. Kai nodded. I understand, Princess Myra. I want to help in any way I can. I will learn everything I need to know to stand by your side. Myra smiled faintly. Your determination is admirable. You are learning quickly, but you must also understand patience. Strength alone is not enough. You must combine courage, strategy, and understanding. That is the way to protect not only the city but our people. Over the next several days, Kai trained more with Myra. He learned how the city's energy shields could be moved, strengthened, or focused on specific areas. He studied the patrol routes and how the Lyceran ships communicated with one another. Every lesson emphasized the importance of teamwork and foresight. Kai began to see the world through Myra's eyes, understanding that every choice had consequences, and that unity was more powerful than any weapon. One afternoon, while walking through the crystal halls, Kai noticed Myra pausing to observe a young citizen practicing energy control. See that boy, she said. He has potential, but without guidance, he could waste his abilities. Leadership is about nurturing talent and teaching responsibility. That is why I protect the city. That is why I guide my people. Kai nodded. I can see that. It is not just about strength. It is about helping everyone reach their full potential. Myra looked at him closely. And humans can teach us things too. You showed today that your perspective adds value. We do not need to be the same to work together. We need to respect each other's strengths. Kai felt a deep sense of pride and purpose. He realized that his journey on Lycera was not just about exploration or learning. It was about becoming someone capable of understanding and supporting another world. He was no longer just an observer, he was a participant, a partner in protecting the city and its people. That evening, as the twin moons reflected on the crystal towers, Kai and Myra stood side by side on the palace terrace. The city below was calm, but the memory of the day's threat lingered. Kai, Myra said softly, you have done well. But remember, vigilance is never ending. One day, the challenges will be greater. You must be ready to act, to think, and to trust your instincts. Courage alone will not be enough. Kai nodded, feeling a mixture of determination and anticipation. I understand, Princess Myra. I will continue to learn and be ready. I will not let you or your people down. Myra's eyes glowed softly in the moonlight. I believe you, Kai. You have proven that humans can be allies, and perhaps something more. You have the courage to face danger, and the wisdom to understand it. That is rare among your kind. Kai smiled, a quiet sense of pride filling him. He knew that the real challenges were still ahead, but he felt stronger knowing that he could contribute, that he could stand beside Myra and protect her world. The night on Lysera was calm, but Kai's mind was full of thoughts. He watched the city sparkle under the moons, feeling a sense of connection to this alien world. He realized that his adventure was no longer just about exploring. It was about courage, friendship, and the hope that humans and Lyserans could work together to protect what they loved. Kai whispered to himself, "I will be ready. I will learn, I will grow, and I will stand beside her. Nothing will stop us from protecting this world." And with that promise, he watched the city sleep peacefully, knowing that the future would bring challenges, but also the chance to prove the strength and heart of humanity. The calm of Lysera was broken one morning by a sudden alarm. Kai, still in his guest chamber, felt a sharp vibration through the floor. He rushed to the window and saw dark shapes moving toward the city, larger and more numerous than the scouts they had faced before. Princess Myra appeared beside him, her expression serious and determined. "They have sent a strike team," she said. "These ships are designed to infiltrate our city. We must stop them before they reach the palace." Kai felt his heart race. This was different from the previous attack. The enemy was organized, faster, and more dangerous. "What can I do?" he asked. Myra looked at him with confidence. "We will face this together. I need you to observe, think, and act when I direct. Your perspective as a human may give us an advantage they do not expect." Kai nodded, feeling a mix of fear and determination. He followed Myra to the observation deck, where her officers were already coordinating defenses. Energy shields rose around critical parts of the city, while patrol ships prepared to intercept the intruders. Myra's calm voice carried across the room, guiding her people with precision. Kai noticed that the enemy ships were attempting to split into smaller groups, hoping to bypass the main defenses. "Princess Myra," he said, "if we focus our energy shields on the likely paths of the smaller ships, and send patrols to intercept each group individually, we can stop them before they reach the palace." Myra's eyes brightened. "You are right, Kai. Alert the squads and adjust the shields accordingly." Kai moved quickly, relaying the plan to the nearest officers. Within minutes, the patrol ships adjusted their positions, moving in precise formations to intercept the enemy. The city's energy shields focused on vulnerable paths, creating barriers that slowed the intruders. The first wave of enemy ships reached the city's perimeter. Kai watched as Myra coordinated with her people, issuing orders with calm authority. The Lyseran patrol ships intercepted the intruders, using energy pulses to disable them without causing destruction. The enemy seemed surprised by the humans' involvement, underestimating his understanding of strategy. Kai felt a surge of pride as the first wave was repelled. But there was no time to celebrate. The second wave was approaching, larger and more aggressive. Myra turned to him. "Kai, this is the true test. We must defend the heart of the city. Follow my lead." Kai followed her to a control center that overlooked the palace grounds. She demonstrated how to adjust the energy flows, focus power in specific areas, and communicate with the patrol ships. "Remember," she said, "every decision matters. One mistake could cost lives." Kai focused, applying everything he had learned. He noticed that the enemy ships had a weak point in their formation, a small gap in their coordination. "Princess Myra," he said, If we concentrate our energy here and guide the patrol ships to strike at that point, we can disrupt their formation and slow them down. Myra studied him for a moment and nodded. Excellent. Execute the plan. Kai adjusted the energy flows, and the patrol ships moved precisely where he indicated. The enemy formation faltered, and several ships were forced to retreat. The citizens of Lysera watched from their homes, trusting in their princess and the unexpected human ally who had become part of their defense. As the battle continued, Kai noticed a small group of enemy ships attempting to bypass the shields and head directly for the palace. "Princess Myra," he shouted, "they are trying to reach the palace. We need to intercept them now." Myra's eyes glowed with determination. "I will lead the interception. Stay here and coordinate the defenses. Focus on the energy shields and patrol ships." Kai watched as Myra took command, her figure moving with precision and confidence. She directed the palace's small fleet, guiding them to intercept the intruders. The enemy ships fired energy beams, but Myra's leadership and Kai's guidance allowed the defenders to dodge and counter-attack effectively. Kai's heart pounded as he adjusted the energy flows and guided the patrol ships. He felt a deep connection to Myra and her people, realizing that he was no longer just a visitor. He was part of the defense, part of the solution. Finally, after a tense battle, the enemy ships were forced to retreat. The city remained intact, and the citizens cheered as the skies cleared. Myra turned to Kai, her expression softening. "You have done well, human. Today, you showed courage, intelligence, and quick thinking. Your presence made a difference." Kai felt a mixture of relief and pride. "Thank you, Princess Myra. I could not have done it without your guidance. I have never seen anyone lead with such calm and strength." Myra's eyes reflected the twin moons as they rose in the sky. "Leadership is not only about strength or beauty, Kai. It is about understanding, patience, and the ability to inspire trust. You have shown that humans can contribute to our world in meaningful ways." The following days were spent repairing the minor damage from the attack and strengthening the city's defenses. Kai continued to train and learn from Myra, gaining a deeper understanding of Lysera's energy systems, technology, and culture. He also began to notice the small ways Myra cared for her people, checking on each member of the patrol teams and offering guidance to those who struggled. One evening, as they walked through the palace gardens, Kai said, "Princess Myra, I never imagined that humans could work alongside aliens like this. I feel honored to be here and to help protect your world." Myra looked at him, her luminous eyes gentle. "Kai, you have proven that courage, honesty, and understanding are universal strengths. Today, you did more than help defend the city. You showed that humans can be allies, not just visitors. That is rare and valuable." Kai felt a deep sense of purpose. He realized that his journey on Lysera was no longer about exploration alone. It was about learning, growing, and standing with Myra to protect her people. He knew that future challenges would be greater, but he also knew that together, they could face them. That night, as Kai looked out over the glowing city, he felt a sense of connection he had never felt before. The twin moons reflected in the crystal towers, and the energy of Lysera hummed through the air. He whispered to himself, "I will continue to learn, to grow, and to stand by her. Nothing will stop me from protecting this world and earning her trust." Kai knew that the real tests were still ahead, but he felt ready. He had faced danger, worked alongside Myra, and seen the strength of Lysera's people. He was no longer just a human visitor, he was part of something greater, part of a story that would shape both his world and hers. The calm of Lysera did not last long. A week after the previous attack, sensors detected a massive enemy flagship approaching the planet. Its size was enormous, and its energy shields were unlike anything Kai had ever seen. Princess Myra studied the readings carefully, her face tense but composed. "Kai," she said, "this is the heart of their fleet. If they reach the city, the damage could be catastrophic. We must stop them before they land." Kai felt a surge of determination. "What can we do, Princess Myra? I want to help." Myra placed a hand on his shoulder. "You will. We must infiltrate their ship and disable their weapons from within. It will be dangerous, but your human perspective may give us an advantage. I will not let you face this alone." Kai nodded. His heart pounded with fear and excitement. "I am ready, Myra. I will follow your lead." They boarded a small stealth craft, designed to be invisible to the enemy's sensors. Myra piloted with skill and precision, while Kai monitored the controls and scanned for security patterns. The flagship loomed closer, casting a shadow over the glowing forests of Lysera. Inside the ship, Myra explained the plan. "We must reach the main control room and disable their weapons. Stealth and timing are essential. We will move together, cover each other, and trust our instincts." Kai listened carefully. He felt a mixture of fear and confidence. He had trained, observed, and learned from Myra, and now he would face the enemy alongside her. Together, they were stronger than he had ever imagined. They docked quietly with the flagship, slipping inside without detection. The corridors were dimly lit, filled with unfamiliar machines and guards moving in patterns. Myra led the way, her movements silent and precise. Kai followed closely, keeping track of the guards' positions and anticipating obstacles. "This way," Myra whispered, pointing to a side passage. "It is less monitored, but we must move quickly. They may discover us at any moment." Kai nodded, careful to stay close. He admired Myra's confidence and skill. She was not only brave and intelligent, but she inspired trust and courage in those around her. He felt proud to stand by her side. As they moved deeper into the ship, they encountered their first challenge. A patrol of guards appeared at the end of the corridor. Myra signaled for Kai to stay calm. Using a combination of movement and distraction, they slipped past the guards unnoticed. Kai felt his heart racing, but he also felt exhilarated. He realized that his human creativity and problem-solving had real value in this alien world. Finally, they reached the main control room. Energy panels glowed with power, and the enemy officers were coordinating attacks on Lysera. Myra gestured to Kai. "We must act quickly. Focus on the energy cores. I will handle the controls and security overrides." Kai approached the energy panels, using the skills Myra had taught him. He monitored the energy flows and adjusted the connections to destabilize the weapons system. Sparks flew, and the room hummed with tension. Myra moved with precision, overriding security protocols and disabling communication channels. Suddenly, an alarm blared. The enemy had detected a disturbance. Guards rushed toward the control room. Myra looked at Kai. "Stay calm. Focus. We can finish this before they reach us." Kai nodded, his hands steady despite the fear. He continued his work, shutting down the weapon systems one by one. Myra covered him, using her knowledge of the ship's technology to block the incoming guards and redirect security drones. Together, they moved as one, each complementing the other's strengths. After a tense few minutes, the final system powered down. The flagship's weapons went offline, and its energy shields flickered. Myra and Kai had succeeded. Myra exhaled, her expression calm but relieved. Well done, Kai. You have proven your courage and intelligence. Your actions have saved Lysera from destruction. Kai smiled, feeling a mixture of relief and pride. We did it together, Princess Myra. I could not have done it without you. Myra nodded. You have learned quickly, Kai. You understand the importance of courage, strategy, and trust. These are the qualities that make a true ally and protector. As they returned to Lysera, the city below welcomed them with relief and celebration. Citizens cheered, and the patrol ships flew in formation to guide them back. Kai realized that he had become more than a visitor, he was a part of this world's defense, a trusted partner to Princess Myra. In the following days, the city worked to repair minor damages from the brief attack and reinforce defenses. Kai continued to train, learn, and assist Myra in planning for future challenges. He began to understand the depth of responsibility that came with leadership, and he admired Myra more with each passing day. One evening, as the twin moons reflected in the crystal towers, Kai and Myra walked through the palace gardens. The soft glow of the plants illuminated their path, and the air hummed with quiet energy. Kai, Myra said softly, you have shown that humans can be brave, intelligent, and compassionate. You have earned my trust, and the trust of my people. Today, you stood beside me when it mattered most. Kai felt a deep sense of pride and humility. Thank you, Princess Myra. Your guidance made it possible. I have learned so much from you, and I want to continue to help protect your world. Myra looked at him, her luminous eyes reflecting the twin moons. You have proven that courage and wisdom are not limited by species. Humans and Lyserans can work together, and perhaps even inspire one another. That is the true power of unity. Kai realized that his journey had changed him. He was no longer just an explorer or a visitor. He was a protector, a student of Myra's wisdom, and a partner in defending a world he had come to love. As they walked, he felt a quiet determination. Future threats would come, and challenges would test them again. But he knew that he was ready. With Myra's guidance and the trust he had earned, he could face anything. Kai whispered to himself, I will continue to learn, to stand by her, and to protect Lysera. I will not fail. Together, we are stronger than anything that comes our way. The twin moons shone brightly over the city, and Kai felt a deep sense of connection to this alien world. He knew that his adventure was far from over, but he also knew that he had found a purpose greater than he had ever imagined. With Princess Myra by his side, he was ready for whatever came next. The skies of Lysera were calm. The twin suns cast soft golden light over the city, and the crystal towers reflected a rainbow of colors. After the recent battles, the city had recovered quickly. Citizens moved through the streets with purpose, repairing minor damages and restoring the glowing gardens. Kai walked alongside Princess Myra, feeling a sense of peace that had been missing since his arrival. The city looks beautiful, Kai said, smiling. Even after everything that has happened, it feels alive and strong. Myra nodded, her luminous eyes reflecting the sunlight. Lysera is strong because its people are united. Strength comes not only from power but from courage, trust, and understanding. Today, your presence showed us that even outsiders can contribute in meaningful ways. Kai felt a warm pride. I only wanted to help, Princess Myra. But I feel like I have learned so much. Your people, your world, and your leadership, it is unlike anything I have ever seen. Myra's lips curved in a small, thoughtful smile. You have grown, Kai. You are no longer just a visitor. You are a friend, an ally, and someone who understands what it means to protect a world that is not your own. Kai looked down at his hands. I never imagined that I could be trusted like this. I never imagined that humans could stand alongside Lycerans and make a difference. Myra placed a hand gently on his shoulder. Humans have great potential, Kai. Your courage, honesty, and willingness to learn have shown us that. You have proven that strength is not only physical. It is in the heart, the mind, and the choices we make. As they walked, they passed through the palace gardens. Crystals shimmered in the sunlight, and the soft hum of energy filled the air. Citizens waved to them, grateful for the safety that Myra and Kai had helped ensure. Children ran among the glowing flowers, their laughter echoing through the gardens. Kai realized that this world was more than just a mission. It had become a home in a way he never expected. Myra, Kai said quietly, I have seen your courage, your wisdom, and your strength. But I have also seen your kindness. The way you care for your people, it is remarkable. I hope I can continue to help, not just in battles, but in whatever you need. Myra stopped walking and looked at him, her eyes soft but serious. Kai, you have already helped more than you know. You have shown bravery, intelligence, and understanding. But more than that, you have shown that you care. That is why you are trusted and valued. That is why you are here with me. Kai felt a warmth in his chest. He had come to Lysera to explore, to learn, and to understand. But he had found something more: trust, respect, and a bond with someone he admired deeply. As the twin suns began to set, casting shades of orange and violet across the city, Myra led Kai to a balcony overlooking the palace. The city below shimmered in the evening light, and the crystal towers reflected the glow of the setting suns. Kai, Myra said softly, you have grown in ways that surprise even me. You have faced danger, made difficult choices, and shown courage when it mattered most. You have become part of Lysera's story. Kai looked at her, his heart pounding. Myra, I never expected this when I first arrived. I only wanted to learn, to observe. But now, I feel like this world, and you, are part of me. I want to continue to stand by you, to help protect your people, and to learn from you. Myra's eyes shone in the moonlight. Kai, your heart is brave, your mind is sharp, and your spirit is true. You have proven that humans can be allies in ways I did not expect. You are no longer just a visitor. You belong here, with us, in our story. Kai felt a surge of emotion. He had never imagined that a human could be trusted so completely by an alien world. He realized that his journey on Lysera had changed him forever. He was no longer just an explorer, he was a protector, a friend, and a partner in a world that had taught him so much. The citizens of Lysera began a quiet celebration that evening. Music floated through the air, lights shimmered on the crystal towers, and laughter echoed through the streets. Myra and Kai watched from the balcony, feeling the peace that their combined efforts had helped create. You see, Kai, Myra said, her voice gentle, strength is not only in battles. It is in unity, trust, and the courage to stand together. You have helped us see that even across worlds, we can work as one. Kai smiled, looking at the glowing city. I understand, Princess Myra. I will continue to learn, to grow, and to help protect this world. I will not forget the lessons I have learned here, or the people who have welcomed me. Myra turned to him, her expression softening. And I will continue to trust you, Kai. Together, we can face any challenge. You have shown that the human heart and mind are capable of greatness. That is why you belong here. Kai's eyes met hers, and for a moment, silence spoke louder than words. He realized that Lysera had become more than a mission, more than an adventure. It was a place of trust, courage, and hope. And at the center of it was Myra, the princess who had stopped in shock when he first spoke to her, and who now regarded him as a true ally. As night fell, the twin moons rose, casting silver light over the city. Kai and Myra stood side by side, looking out at the glowing towers and the peaceful streets below. The journey had been long, filled with danger, learning, and growth. But it had also brought understanding, friendship, and hope for the future. Kai whispered to himself, "I will continue to stand by her. I will protect this world. I will honor the trust they have given me." Myra placed a hand on his shoulder. "Kai, you have done more than protect Lysera. You have inspired us to see the value in unity, courage, and understanding. You are part of our world now, and we are stronger for it." Kai looked at her and smiled. "Then together, we will face whatever comes next. Lysera is safe, and I am proud to be part of it. And to be by your side, Princess Myra, is the greatest honor of all." Myra's eyes reflected the moons as she looked at him. "You are brave, Kai. You are wise. And you are trusted. That is more than many ever achieve. You belong here, and your journey is only beginning." As the night deepened, the city shimmered like a living jewel beneath the moons. Kai felt a deep sense of fulfillment. He had faced danger, learned wisdom, and earned trust. He had grown stronger, braver, and wiser than he had ever imagined. And with Princess Myra by his side, he knew that the future of Lysera and the bond between human and Lyseran would shine brightly for years to come. Kai whispered one last time, looking at Myra, "You're so beautiful I can't speak," and this time, she smiled without shock, understanding that he spoke from a place of respect, admiration, and trust. Together, they watched over Lysera, ready to face the future, united as friends, allies, and protectors. The city glowed under the twin moons, peaceful and strong, and Kai knew that this world, and this adventure, had changed him forever.